I don't think Jake Paul should talk about the election at all because he's just a YouTuber. And
oh shit! Sorry, you blinked.
for your the angles, and I think his political interests are tied into his money. And
hey everyone, here's an edited clip from a Boy live stream. If you want to catch these live, they stream 3 times a week on Twitch. Enjoy this highlight.
Oh, this one just made me sad. So, like, Joe Rogan's come out and endorsed Donald Trump.
yes, of course.
And then there's, I mean, Secular Talk's a bit lame, but he put together like what is it, like a clip thing of just like all the nice things that Joe Rogan said.
Yeah.
Remember back during the Bernie campaign, he was on fire. He was just saying all the most normal shit you could possibly imagine.
But this isn't surprising at all because Joe Rogan is best mates with Dana White. Dana White is best mates with Trump. They're all the same man.
Yeah, but I mean, during that election,
Yeah.
Trump was there.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't give a shit. And I go for the person who's going to provide things for normal people.
Yeah.
I really believe if Michelle Obama runs,
She might
she
win.
wins.
She's good.
She's great. She's
Right.
the wife of the best president that we have had in our lifetime. I've never voted right wing in my life. I consider universal basic income a really good idea. I want free college education.
Take it easy.
Hello, Bernie.
How are you, Joe?
Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I like Tulsi and I like Bernie. That's it.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody else can eat shit.
Look at you, fucking progressive.
Yeah. I think I'll probably vote for Bernie. I think he's looking out for the interests of the working people. And I think he wants people to have a better life and do better. And I'm all
so
for that.
sad.
And if that means I have to pay more in tax, like people think, oh, you're a socialist. I've heard people say that. Oh, you're a fucking socialist, bro. Like, first of all, he's not even a socialist. He's a democratic socialist. It's a different thing. I would like to spend more in taxes if they could fix inner city communities and take these poor neighborhoods and
We
throw a
spent a lot
fuckload
on
of spend more, you fucking Republican piece of shit. 87% of scientists said that human activity is driving global warming. I'm very pro-choice. I'm very women's rights, civil rights, gay rights, trans rights. I'm even universal health care. Obviously, this protected status is driving me crazy. This thing that Trump's doing with children that were born in other countries and then brought over here as children, and then they're talking about deporting them. That drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
that kind of shit. And the hard right version of that is despicable. These people that I see online.
Wait, don't. Every time we do that,
Why didn't they apply for citizenship? Oh, who knows? Maybe because they're fucking 13. I don't give a fuck if they broke the law. You don't take parents and kids and separate them.
it's so insane. It's like, it's almost like a complete backflip, which is kind of what we expected. Like, that's what I was thinking about when Biden won. It was just like, oh, it's going to fuck everything up. Like,
Yeah.
Trump was fucked. No one liked him. He was so unpopular. I'm like, you bring in this piece of shit random dude that's going to do absolutely nothing, and it's going to like convince people that there is no alternative.
It's crazy.
It's just you fuck up the entire thing.
I don't believe though that someone that has those critical views that I agree with could simply just change, change unless he's doing it on purpose.
For money?
Maybe for money, or because he's looking out for his buddies. Maybe.
But they were, I mean, they became his buddies in the interim.
I think they were always his buddies though.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's changed. Like the stuff he says, he talks a lot about like the immigrant invasion now and like all these other things that he didn't seem to care about at all.
You just fucking don't. You know Alonzo?
No, I was
A funny comedian.
Yeah.
He goes, not all Donald Trump supporters are racist, but all racists are Donald Trump supporters.
He definitely awakened that side.
But
But
see,
the January 6th thing is important.
see, it is important,
And
but
it's-
is it the 6 months later? Should be the ruling number
I
one
think-
conversation of
I think
journalists?
it's really important. And one of the reasons why I think it's important because it highlights the reasons why a guy like Donald Trump is so fucking dangerous. Is because a guy can incite a bunch of morons to do something really fucking stupid. As far as trans people, some trans people listening to this, I got nothing but love for you. For everybody. And in fact, Eddie Izzard is one of my all-time favorite guests.
Oh, I love Izzard.
The right-wing thing is just an easy way to dismiss me because I'm not right-wing. I can't recommend your book, Race Matters, enough.
It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Well,
He's such a sponge. I mean, that's the other thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just likes whoever he's talking to.
yeah.
He just likes somebody who will talk to him.
So that's funny because he's been radicalized by having radical guests on,
yeah.
and then he just
He
believes
read
what they-
Cornell West. Yeah, no, it's insane. No, he's not like, I don't know. That's what I used to like come into bat for him back like when people were shitting on him early in the days. I talk about, he has good people on and he lets them talk and he like.
Well, I liked him back in the day because the only time I'd listened to him was
When
he
people-
he didn't even talk to political people. He talked to people I really like Alex Honnold, some other really interesting people. And I was like, okay, he's all right. He's sometimes, he's kind of critical of things, but that's not the case at all anymore. He is completely just a Trump supporter, a clone of Dana White. Like,
Yeah, it's lame.
it's
He took a real one.
yeah.
It was just funny for a while because
Thank you,
I
Femboy
looked at
Genius, for the 5 gifted subs.
I looked at him as like a normie mirror for like random boys.
Yes.
When like I'd want to know what like an average opinion is.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could be a sign if he's going for Trump. Maybe like a lot of these like random people are just like, yeah, Trump. Actually, that brings us on to the other thing. Got an endorsement from fucking Faze Clan.
Wait, what's his name? Faze Banks.
Faze Banks. Yeah, have you read
Faze
this?
Banks,
It's
no.
it's so funny.
This man is hilarious.
Oh, I don't know anything else about him. I just read this fucking stupid thing he wrote. It's just so. Oh my god! It's just like the problem with American politics is that like, well, on one hand you're just like you got complete amnesia. You just like you think I don't know. I will just read through it. It's so stupid.
Have you before we go read this? Have you watched the Jake Paul endorsement already on stream?
Oh no,
We could watch that after. It's very funny.
God, he's so weird. Yeah. And I remember I read some of his stuff as well. It's so stupid. I've been a Democrat my entire life until today. Trump's America greater than Biden's America, and it's really not close. And here we are asked to make a decision between the two tomorrow. How it's even up for debate is beyond me. We were tricked into believing if we voted for Trump last election, we were bad people. Not again. At least not for me. Sorry, I'm looking strictly at the facts. Fact is, inflation is at an all-time high. The US dollar has lost nearly 20% of its buying power in the last 4 years. I can't express how alarming and scary that is. And for the first time in US history, the next generation of Americans will most likely be worse off than we were. Yeah, America, it was all going up. It was all going up. Then Biden came and finally America started getting worse. You imagine?
This happens so much.
It's just every single election is exactly the same thing. America's getting worse and worse and worse. Because people like you are convinced that they're like, oh, this one's the good one, this one's the bad one. It's so funny. Illegal immigration's gotten so bad that even the people furthest on the left have conceded to it being a major issue. Don't know what that means. You have Kamala Harris in 2024, before GDA 6, talking about building a fucking wall at the southern border. You can't make this shit up. So because the Democrats have copied Trump's like racist war rhetoric, suddenly it's just like, oh, we'll see, it's all correct.
But
it's
also,
not that
everyone's always talked about a wall. There is a wall currently. It's the border. I don't understand. He didn't make up a wall. America's always had walls around everywhere.
Yeah,
It's so fucking annoying.
Furthest on the left is Kamala Harris. I remember vividly this being one of the biggest talking points in pushing this Trump's a racist narrative before he was even elected. Now all of a sudden, 8 years and 10 million plus people crossing the border later, everyone's on the same page. Now it's a problem. It's just one of many examples demonstrating the Democrat Party's going hypocrisy. I love that, like, this idea that the Democrats caving and doing the same bad shit is just like, see, Trump was right the whole time.
Yeah,
it's just like, this is proof that the Democrats suck. I mean, they do suck. That's the thing. It's just like, it's funny to me they suck because they're doing the same thing this other candidate's doing. That's why I like the other candidate.
Yeah, exactly. But slightly not as bad as as the Republican either.
Trump's the first president in recent history where there were no new wars started during his term. Between Russia, Ukraine, everything that's happened in the Middle East, it's looking like World War III is right around the corner.
I mean, true, but at the same time, this is like, it's kind of like cause or effect, right? Where it's like, stuff always happens. Like, inflation is a thing that's going up and down at all times. And then if someone comes in on the tail end, they're like, oh, great, they did this. No, it was already going down and then coming back up. And also they're ignoring the rest of the world's influence in inflation, which, America is very influential, but the rest of the world is more influential.
But also, like, the inflation is a fucking hangover from everything we went through with COVID and the fucking...
yeah, exactly.
The shipping crisis.
It doesn't just change the moment someone comes in. That's not possible.
But it's funny they come in and they're just like bumbling. They're like, oh, things got more expensive. Like, sorry, guys. And the only reason Trump didn't start a war is because Iran was very restrained.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they were fucking them up. Democrat has become the party of censorship, twisting words and winning at all costs. Several attempts were made against Donald Trump's life in an effort to silence him. JFK and Abraham Lincoln were murdered because they were atypical politicians that challenged the powers that be. America first. Food for thought.
Is Donald Trump apolitical? Atypical. Sorry.
Atypical. I mean, he's atypical in that.
Yeah,
he's
atypical. I thought
goofier.
he said apolitical. I was like, what?
I love you got like Abraham Lincoln wanted to free the slaves.
Yeah.
I don't know what Trump's big mission is. I don't know what he's.
But
yeah.
have you ever actually heard Trump say anything that makes sense for a politician? Like you just can't compare him to Australian politicians where they understand how the political system works. You know, you can ask them any sort of question about like how Parliament works. You can't ask Trump anything that he could actually answer. He is not a politician in any way.
Which I mean, I think is a good thing.
Why is that good?
Because I don't like politicians. I don't think there's anyone who can do the job of president like as an option that's going to do anything good.
No, but they should slightly understand how the political system works.
I'd rather do something like Venezuela, where you got Maduro who's a bus driver.
You know, but he understands how the political system works. Trump doesn't. It's crazy.
Typically, I wouldn't care one way or another, but this seems to be the most important by far election of my lifetime. It's really not. Watch the most recent Joe Rogan podcast featuring Elon Musk, both historically Democrat. For more information as to why. Notice Trump fans' willingness to answer questions and the total silence on the side of Harris Waltz. Yeah. Oh well.
Sucks.
Faze clan.
How many?
Oh, that's sick. Faze up.
150,000 likes.
Good on him.
Just sucks.
The historic Democrat Elon Musk.
And then there's fucking Jake Paul's endorsement was incredibly cringy.
Yeah.
He talked about trans athletes. Did you hear that?
Oh no, that's so
maybe we
funny.
should just watch it. It's
We
very
should.
funny.
What did he say? We should vote for Trump so this Algerian woman doesn't do
he
boxing
said,
anymore.
I don't want my daughter to have to fight or have to compete against male athletes. But it's so annoying that these people who are, everyone understands Jake Paul's been punched in the head 1,000,000 times. He was always an idiot. Just keep scrolling down so you'll find the video. It's a video of him talking. And it's like, this man should have no influence on how people, it's this one. About
18 minutes?
About who people vote for. It's crazy.
Nervous, scared to make this video because of what it means in terms of
I love Disney Channel kids.
Yes.
They all do exactly the same thing. They have this like super traumatic childhood where their parents are forcing them to dance 24/7 and taking their money.
Provide information.
And then they
undecided voter.
And then they always do this weird like
Someone said you got to watch this on 2x speed. You want to do that?
yeah.
Yeah, he's so slow because of his brain damage.
No, but then they have to. It's so hard to come out of being a Disney kid and try to be like an adult because you have this crisis of identity because you're like, oh, the whole time I was this cute.
What do you mean Disney kid?
He's a Disney kid.
No, he was Jake Paul first, then he's a Disney kid.
No, I thought Disney made the Team 10 house.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was
no.
created by Disney.
No, so Jake Paul and his brother became famous on Vine.
On Vine.
And then YouTube. And then after YouTube, he then became on the Aardvark, whatever it's called.
Bizaardvark.
Bizaardvark.
But Team 10 was made by Disney Channel.
Team 10 was maybe funded by them, but it was all YouTube first. Vine, YouTube, Bizaardvark. So he's not like he's not like Britney Spears or whatever these other people were.
Oh, Miley Cyrus.
But he's still like Disney kid, I guess.
It is a funny thing though, swapping audiences, because you have to do something really hectic, you know? You have to like have this like really traumatic like public signal that you're not a Disney kid anymore.
Yeah.
And like Miley Cyrus was like, oh, I'll just do twerking. Or like, you know, he's got a beard and he's covered in tattoos and he's like, yeah, I'm an adult. It's not that anymore. I'm a new guy.
People saying I'm so cultured for knowing the Jake Paul law. Yeah, I loved him. He was my favorite man.
As to who I am supporting in this presidential election. And most of all, encouraging y'all to actually vote, encouraging y'all to actually do your own research and to base that research in the truth, not just reckless propaganda or your favorite pop star telling you.
We never do this with Talking Heads where we turn to another camera.
I don't like it.
It's cool. It's so funny.
Or you want to vote, but I highly, highly, highly encourage you to exercise your right to vote. Because I moved to Puerto Rico in pursuit of becoming a world champion in my boxing career, I have.
We don't have. Oh yeah. Let's set this up.
Okay, ready? This is gonna work.
Do you want me to change it for you whenever you turn? I'll just watch you and you talk.
Okay. Yeah. So,
here we go.
So
this one.
I don't think Jake Paul should talk about the election at all. because.
Wait, where are you looking? You're looking over here. This is the camera.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Start again.
Let me try again. I don't think Jake Paul should talk about the election at all because he's just a YouTuber. And
Oh shit! Sorry, you blinked.
you're fucking up the angles. And I think his political interests are tied into his money. And is that what?
That's really good.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's so good. Man, you're
The
great.
crotch camera angle is amazing.
Just talking to your dick, giving political advice to your penis.
Oh, I'm so much more engaged.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Alexa, and today I want to talk about who my penis should vote for. Hey, little fella.
You're not pointing it at your face.
I'm just pointing it down here.
Dick.
Hey, little fella. I got a message for you. Go out and vote. That didn't work as well as I thought it would.
All right, let's listen to Jake Paul's dick angle.
That doesn't mean I can't present my 80 million large audience with proper facts, numbers, and data to encourage them to vote in the proper direction to quite literally save America. And I'll start off with something
Save
that bothered me
America, okay.
recently was Tony Inch.
I just love being that cocked. Like, in what world? I don't know. It's just so strange. Like, Trump's going to save America. Like, I think, arguably, he's probably worse than Kamala.
I think
in
a little
terms
bit
of,
worse.
like, he's going to privatize everything, give tax cuts to the rich. Like, things are going to... I'm probably good for him, actually.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. But, like, you know, normal people are going to be worse off.
It's way worse off. But also, you're putting way too much emphasis
they're both
on
gonna be
your
fucked.
democracy in terms of like
It
nothing.
was
is,
going so well up until now. Now this is the end point.
Firstly,
Like,
Trump and Biden, both complete idiots.
Yeah.
And do you like none of these people actually are the ones? They probably have a little bit of influence, but I imagine most of the stuff is happening behind the scenes with their input. But it's mostly like, oh yeah, great input. Like we'll take this into account. Thank you. But it's like all of this is happening regardless. And need to know this, like you said, this is all, you know, happening from things that happened previously in other elections. It doesn't just change from a single vote. You guys don't even really have a democracy. Like it's not, none of this is going to
it's so
change.
stupid. I mean, there are minor changes. There are things that can happen. Like, I think the abortion ban, you know, Trump, you know, obviously has his cabinet with him and they can make certain choices and they choose to like bring in different Supreme Court justices so they can get through all this other stuff. Like, there are things that you can do.
Yeah.
A comedian who made a bad joke. Obviously, he's doing his job, trying to be funny, but him talking smack about Puerto Rico was not funny. And I want to shine a light on the fact that these aren't Donald Trump's views. It was a comedian who made a bad joke.
I have no idea who he is. Never saw him. Never heard of him. And don't want to hear of him.
Tony, while I love most of your work, Puerto Rico is the most beautiful place on earth, and the people here are absolutely incredible. Wars, health,
That's
jobs,
his tax
economy,
haven.
inflation,
Yeah,
border
that makes
control,
sense.
freedom of the list goes on and on.
The maids
With number of
here,
problems that America
top
faces.
notch.
And I don't come here to make this
The
video to create
gardeners,
war division. I believe love
fucking
is the
beautiful.
beautiful universe, and we should all love each other more and more and more. And it saddens me that in the current political state of the world in America, people can't have opinions without outrageous backlash. And I truly believe we can all agree on that things just don't feel right. America doesn't feel good. It shows that we are more divided than ever. And I can't sit back and watch this blasphemy unfold in front of me any longer.
Blasphemy. Is he like a Christian guy?
He is. I think they are Christian.
That's
All
awesome.
brothers.
My vote is a vote for no more blasphemy.
Yes.
I don't want... What's the deal with politicians using the Lord's name in vain?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's my single issue vote. I don't want to listen to this guy. He's so long and fucking shit.
Let me just go to the trans bit.
I remind you that your running mate, Kamala Harris, statistically 14% better, while Trump was running the economy. As you can see in every category, energy, gasoline, rent, and food, the numbers are exponentially lower, and the lowest of the past 30 years of presidents. Again, regardless of your emotion, I'm just...
I love it because they always bring up this point about inflation and, you know, the difference in prices. And then it's like people talk about how Trump is going to bring jobs back to America by placing tariffs on other countries. People just don't understand how tariffs work.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah,
Where people
yeah.
literally are like, oh, yeah, the tariffs get put on the other country. It's like, no, it gets put on you.
the consumer.
You have to pay more.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
And also things like Trump commonly talks about, bringing back jobs to coal and other stuff like that. It's like, no, they're consistently going down because it is impossible to compete with third world countries
Yeah.
that do labor for cheap.
But also on top of that, like, China's not fucking buying any new coal. They're not doing any of this stuff. The markets are getting smaller and smaller. There's less demand for this stuff. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
It's just so insane. I hate it. But it's also just funny if you look at it as like a graph of like American economic performance, it's always going down.
Yeah.
No, like both of these people are going to be worse than whoever preceded them. Like it's, like when Trump was there, that was the main argument. It's like, look how fucked everything got since Trump took over from Obama. Like it's
so
just
dumb.
And Obama was like,
I love it though when you see Trump actually like at rallies in places like Kentucky where, you know, there used to be a lot of industry in coal or iron, and people like these men that have like fucking their lungs ruined from like inhaling coal dust are like, yes, bring back coal. Like we want to go into the mines again and use our pickaxes.
I think
the glory days.
I think that's the kind of like right-wing corporate gamble, is that they can get these people to vote for them because they're saying, oh, you know, people who, you know, let's say people who care about climate change, people who want to restructure the economy are taking away your jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like, it's such an evil thing to do because like your jobs are going to disappear.
No,
they're going to disappear. Either they're going to kill you or they're going to disappear. Like, that's the thing. And if you change now, you'll have like retraining programs, all these other things. These people are like, no, let's keep it. They know full well that your job's going to fucking disappear and they're not going to be there and the hit's going to be so much harder.
What if Drew Binsky became president?
I think that's really cool.
I love that.
He's like, I'm going to turn America into every country in the world, and he just invades the entire planet.
Were you talking about Drew Binsky?
No, we uploaded on Patreon.
Oh,
the North Korea one.
Okay. I was like, I love Drew Binsky. Why is someone talking about Drew Binsky?
He's the best.
I forgot we made a video about him. Okay.
I love Drew Binsky.
Let me put you back in the chat over here, little guy.
It doesn't. No, you just click on something else.
Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. One world on Drew Binsky. Has he been to every country in the world yet?
Yeah.
Hey, Drew.
Saudi Arabia was his last country.
Good choice. I would probably go there last.
What if Tyler Olivier became president? I think he'd be the scariest out of all of them.
Oh, 100%.
Easily.
He's disgusting. No, I think his views are very similar to Elon Musk.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these people. I feel like, I don't know. I don't think Trump would feel comfortable going on the street and harassing homeless people. Getting a kick out of doing that is like, imagine what you could do in an office without having to even look at them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we don't have to listen to more. Yeah, whatever. Should we check up on how polls are going at all while we're doing this?
Hey everyone, here's an edited clip from a Boy live stream. If you want to catch these live, they stream 3 times a week on Twitch. Enjoy this highlight.